The Xbox One Elite controller is the most advanced controller in console gaming.
And recently, Erik had a chance to catch up with David Preen to talk about what went into creating the Elite controller and what Microsoft is doing to make sure they're continually improving this revolutionary product.
All right, right now we are deep within the Microsoft campus in a very kind of peculiar room here. And I'm with Dave, the principal hardware engineer for Xbox. Dave, thanks for joining me.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
So one of your claims to fame is the Xbox Elite controller. This was your baby, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
For 2 years, that was my baby.
And it's crazy because right now it looks like you're putting a beating on a whole bunch of Elite controllers behind me. Tell me what's going on in this room.
Well, for the most part, it's almost a torture chamber for our controllers and our other hardware accessories. What we do is every time we design a new accessory, we have to have ways that the end users are going to use it, the way they're going to test it. We have to make sure that it lasts as long as it should in the field. So what we do is we create these fixtures. So these are all handmade based on whatever the design looks like.
So the machines have these actuators that it'll just 10,000 times, you know, hit the A button just to make sure it's not going to wear out or something like that.
I wish it was only 10,000.
Millions, right?
But yes, that's exactly what these do. We line them up perfectly. We even do things, we can take it to the next level, which is exactly even how hard a person hits it is as important as how often they hit it.
On a grander scale, why is it important for Microsoft to do this?
Oh, reliability. A lot of the work we've done in the past and a lot of people we interview, I mean, your controller is the thing that is actually getting you the game. I mean, the console, of course, is the power and what gets you there and makes it all work. It's the real wear and tear, and what we want to do is make sure that we're addressing not just out of the box, but 3 years later, what you can expect and what kind of quality you can have.
Can we take a look at one and you can maybe show us some of those features and convince people that this is the ultimate way to play? I've got one right here.
Nice, all right, yeah. We try to put a lot of features, and it's funny, if you actually ask a lot of people, the first thing they'll do is they'll tell you what is their favorite. I almost never hear the same answer.
I like the weight and feel of it. I think that just the substantial difference in that is enough to make me like that controller.
We actually, at first, were trying to shave off weight to make it the same weight as a standard controller because people were very familiar with it. But we actually, when we were talking to people, it was amazing how many people that was one of the first things. They put it in their hand, and as soon as it felt in their hand, they're like, it just fits. The replaceable parts are one of the ones that pretty much everyone jumps to first. So things like the thumbsticks being able to just come off and on.
And it comes with different thumbsticks as well that you can swap out.
Yeah, it comes with 6 thumbsticks for 3 different sets. It's a tall, a dome, and then a standard. But yeah, the whole point is, once again, the way you want to do it. Same with the D-pad, how it comes off and on just as easy. The other thing on the top, you know, the soft touch, once again, to the idea of it fitting in your hand and feeling great. The soft touch was a great finish that everyone kind of liked. Helped a lot with grips. And then on the back is definitely, you know, with the paddles is probably one of the things that most people see right away. We designed it once again in a way to make them universal. And so many people, when we originally came up with this, were like, you know, Dave, I feel bad. You designed this in there and I take all my 4 paddles off. But the point here was, fine, play with any paddles, and now it's just a regular standard controller and they're not in your way anymore. A lot of people are like, oh, well, my fingers are always too high or too low. Well, the problem is most people try to keep them in the slots they came in. And I'm always trying to tell people, like, no, you can even go upside down, you can go back and forth, left, right. And so, kind of like the toppers, it was whatever works best for your grip. The hair triggers is the next one. So obviously, half throw, full throw is about what you're getting here. So we call it a hair trigger, but it's about half the distance. The app that comes with it on the console and the OS allows you to actually change the throw values of the triggers, so unique to the Elite controller, where once again I can make it where I get full throw, but only in half the distance. With the mode button, it's really great because even things like sensitivity curves, which are in the app, which is how fast your thumbsticks will move in the game, you have different scenarios even within a game for that. So what that would be is like in Halo, if you're running and gunning and you just want normal sensitivity curves, but then you jump in the Warthog and you want something different, or you want your mapping because you don't like the way it inverses the mapping, you turn it over and instantaneously you're already in that other mode that you set up for the Warthog to work. A lot of times people will say the Elite controller is the Pro controller. But the idea of being like the world's most advanced controller is actually that it's more than that. It's not just kill-death ratio and you're a pro and you're at a COD tournament, but it's actually a person like myself that used to be a good player at PvP, but now I'm old and my fingers hurt if I play for 4 hours. By having access to controls, by having better grips, by having better tension, all of a sudden I can play for 8 hours instead of 4 hours, and it doesn't hurt when I'm done. There is a crowd out there that wants more than the standard, but but it's not to be an unlevel playing field. It's just to take advantage of what they can do.
All right, well, hey, thank you so much for letting us see what goes on behind the scenes here and talking more about the Elite Controller.
Great, thanks. Love having you here.
Whether it's new hardware, accessories, or games you're after, you can make it all more affordable when you trade at GameStop. Take a look at how easy it is to get more of what you want by trading.
If you've spent any time in a GameStop store, there's a good chance you've spoken to one of our guest advisors about trades. Now, you might already be familiar with all the benefits of our trade program, but just in case you aren't, I'm going to show you how to trade at GameStop. First things first, trades help you save on all the things you really want. Think about buying a new car. It's kind of hard to imagine paying full price for a new car without trading in your old car to save some money, right? Well, buying games, systems, accessories, electronics, and more at GameStop is really no different. Saving money with trades is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Step 1. Gather up all the games you don't play anymore. Maybe the system you don't use because you got a new one and all the accessories that went with it. You can even trade your phones and tablets. For a full list of all the items we accept in trade, or to check the current trade values for your items, go to GameStop.com/trade or download the GameStop app. Keep in mind, we do buy damaged and non-functioning items, but they might have a slightly lower value. Step 2. Bring all your items to GameStop. There you go.
Okay, awesome.
One of our guest advisors will quickly process your trades while you browse the store, and they'll let you know how much in-store credit you'll get for your items. If you're not planning to shop in the store, you can also choose to take cash. In most instances, you're going to get a higher value when you choose trade credit. And if you're a PowerUp Rewards Pro member, you'll get 10% extra credit when you trade games and accessories.